back really quickly. It all of a sudden stopped and restarted. So it completed the cycle, and then it jumped, and I just pressed record. I was daydreaming. I thought I better record this because this is important. So now it's installing, and it will restart a few times. Just keep waiting. Shouldn't be too long. It's going to be a quick process, I think. So we're just waiting 42%. So while we're waiting for that, Windows 11 that we got now, that we installed, is an ARM-based installation. So that's why it worked okay on UTM, whereas Metasploitable, it's not ARM-based. Kali Linux and also Ubuntu, when we install Ubuntu, they do have ARM-based versions of their operating system. So that's how we got those working. So really interesting how this is all set up. So just waiting here. Okay, so it's going into its little thing. And sometimes there's like these funny errors come up, and sometimes they don't. You don't press the key here, any key for this one. Let that go, whereas before I did, but this one you didn't. I know hopefully you didn't click on that, I didn't press the button there, but that's fine. Installing 94%, keep your computer on. I don't know how they figure out the percentage. It was 40%, all of a sudden 90%, and then I've done things where it gets stuck on 98%. It got to 98% really quickly, and then that 2% took double the time of the rest. I don't know how that works, but I love that sound. It looks good, looking good. Usually I just leave it here, but we need to go through. There's a couple of steps that you need to look at. I need to get you through this setup stage. So Australia. By the way, with that licensing before, and just yes here. No, I don't want keyboard layer. With the licensing part, you get a certain amount of time you can use Windows 11 before you have to register for it or pay for the license. So for the lab, we only need Windows 11 for a couple of labs, not many. So don't go out and buy a license for this one. If you have to, if you really want to, then you can get a license for about $20 somewhere, legitimately. But no, don't worry about it too much. We won't need it that long in this lab setup. Keep your PC on. That's fine. What will happen is it'll ask us to try to log in with a Hotmail account or some sort of account. There's a ways around this. When we in step 5, I believe. Step 5, we're going to do a network component, and we're going to test these virtual machines to make sure that they're all working together. But for now, I haven't been concerned that much about how they connect to each other network-wise. Okay, but we'll get to there. So yeah, how exciting. Metasploitable's done. Windows 11 is just about to be completed. Kali Linux is still taking a long time to download. I'm downloading it another way as well. So maybe I might put it on a shared drive somewhere else. So that's quicker access for all of you. It's taking so long here. So just a moment, it's doing its thing now. Restarting again. Windows loves to restart. Don't press any key. So we're just waiting, but this is a good sign. This is really good. This is a good start. What an epic lab, right? Lots of fun. All right, because it's not connected to the internet, we get to write our name here. Otherwise, it'll try to get you to sign on. So just do password, re-enter it, making sure it's the same. And then just security questions. I don't have time for this. I'm just going to put anything. There's no point in worrying about this for me anyway, for the proper answers, because I'm going to destroy this in after this lab setup. Actually, I might keep this lab for a bit because we need to go through this in the coursework. Checking for updates. Yeah, this is running normal. If you've ever done a Windows 11 upgrade, this is what it would look like. You can look at that. You can play a game while we're waiting for that. We can. This is fun. Maybe I don't know how this works. Oh yeah. While we're waiting. Oops. You can tell I'm not that good. Try that again. Yeah, I'm not that good at all. This is not an easy game. It's like that dinosaur on Google. Now I'm getting used to this. This is good. Oops. I give up. I'm done. I'm finished. But check out the other stuff there. So I am going to end the recording. There's no point in you watching this. We've got through the stage where there's going to be that issue about the name and the password news. That's all I wanted to show you really. It's probably not worth it for you to watch the remaining parts of this. It's just click OK and you'll get to the main windows. If you have any problems, reach out. But we'll call it a day. That's it. We're done for Windows 11. I'll see you in the Ubuntu lab, the Ubuntu setup in the next lab. So thanks for watching, and but before we end this, make sure you turn the Windows 11 machine off before you run any of the labs. We don't have a lab where Windows 11 needs to be running while the other virtual machines are running too. Windows virtual machine, we're only doing some exercises that just belong to Windows 11 by itself alone. Okay, make sure you turn it off. So in Windows you go to Start and then Power Off or Switch Off. Okay, that's really important. But all right, now we're going to end the recording. Thank you, and see you in the next episode.